CryptoTakeOver here, coming back with another Bitcoin cryptocurrency video for you today. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. CryptoTakeOver here. We're going to be looking at a few news articles to start our video off with, and then we're going to be looking at some of the charts to see what the charts are saying too as well. So if that sounds interesting, go ahead and stick around and let's get started. Alright, if you're brand new to this channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We make a Bitcoin cryptocurrency video every single day on this channel. So I'd highly appreciate that you share this video and you always come back and support the channel too as well. And yeah, we'll get started on the charts here in a little bit. Let's see what's going on in the news right now. The American Bitcoin heartland needs jobs. Could Bitcoin mining become its next savior? A startup called Core Scientific announced this week that it has raised $23 million to expand its cryptocurrency mining operations. The company, based in Bellevue, Washington, is already running crypto mines in North Carolina, Georgia, Kentucky, and plans to open more before long. It is hard to understand why right now a single Bitcoin, the digital mining equivalent of a gold nugget, is worth around $20,000. So obviously they have nothing. They have no idea what's going on here. Fortune.com has no idea. It's not hard to understand why this is worth how much it is worth right now. Mining a single Bitcoin block could bring a reward of 6.25 of them, or boost $125,000. If Core Scientific's mining ventures are successful, the company will not just make a lot of money, it will also help retrate crypto production to the United States, where Bitcoin got its start. The recent resurgence in crypto mining feels like good news stories. Mining companies like Core Scientific are in position to make money and create jobs in rural areas while also ensuring more Bitcoin, which is becoming a strategic asset, ends up in American hands. But there's also reason for caution. The last crypto mining boom promised similar benefits, but resulted in a fly-by-night companies leaving a trail of scams, environmental degradation in their wake. Will the outcome be any different this time? So obviously, folks, this news article is probably a little bit, they're probably unfamiliar with how the process works in cryptocurrency, but it's cool to see how, some of these mining places are being popped up in rural areas. It's going to be, there's going to be maintenance that's needed for these companies too. So they're going to be probably giving people jobs in some of these rural areas and stuff like that too. So that's kind of cool to see. I do know that Bitmain wanted to build something over here too in the States, but it never got around to it. And it's supposed to be like one of the largest crypto mining facilities ever in the world. But I do believe that they never really got around to it. So we'll have to see how this ends up playing out with this company here. And maybe, we'll be hearing more about it too. Obviously, they've already raised the money for it too. But quite interesting. And then also, it talks about the scams and stuff in 2017 with the ICO bubble and stuff like that. There's always going to be that in crypto. And we actually have a course down below. If you're interested in first getting started in crypto, I'd highly recommend that you take a course. Link in the description box below. Path to Cryptocurrency is the name of the course. And we teach you everything from how to get started to how to store your crypto safely and not get scammed in this market. So digital picks and shovels. Mining cryptocurrency is different from conventional mining in some obvious ways. There's no evacuation and hauling ore, and the tools of the trade are not pickaxes and dynamite. Instead, crypto miners rely on two things to make living: custom designed computer chips and torrent of electricity. A crypto mining operation looks like this. So pretty cool looking stuff there. I'd love to go take a tour around a mining facility, although it's probably pretty plain Jane for the most part, but it would be cool to go look at. In order to find a digital nugget, blah blah blah. It just kind of gives you the process here of how things are mined. Chinese miners enjoy two advantages: easy access to cheap power, including places like Mongolia, and the domestic manufacturing base capable of cranking out so-called mining rigs, computers with custom chips made just for mining. While there are other mining operations around the globe, China remains far and away the leader, as can be seen by the chart. So China obviously is way on board with this, and probably going to leave a lot of other countries behind, honestly. But they are the ones with the most hash power, and they are the ones providing the most hash power. And I just updated my Patreon membership. So if you're interested in joining our Patreon membership, we give exclusive access to exclusive things in there, as well as trading and how we're trading this market, but just reconfirmation of a lot of different things. And the fact that China is on board with this, they can pretty much stop mining Bitcoin or mine a different cryptocurrency and have that be the new Bitcoin, if they really wanted to. So let's see here. Now, some U.S. companies believe they can wrest some of the mining pie back from China. In the case Core Scientific, it has struck arrangements for cheap power across 5 states, spanning over 100 acres in total, in Dalton, Georgia, Marble, North Carolina, and Culver City, Kentucky. The firm also cuts deals with Chinese manufacturers to get first dibs on the newest mining rigs and plans to not just mine Bitcoin, but so-called altcoins such as Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Zcash, and Ethereum. Okay, cool. So they're definitely diversing a little bit there. So that's good to know. Because I think if Bitcoin goes where it's going to go, people are going to be looking to purchase up other altcoins, that are a little bit cheaper maybe than Bitcoin. So let's move on to the next article here. So some cool news there about some mining rigs or some mining facilities being, put up in the States too as well. So maybe the States can jump on the hash rate game along with China, although it's probably going to take a while for the States to build that up. Market wrap Bitcoin holding at 18K, active Ethereum addresses up 140% in 2020. Bitcoin is struggling to make gains as an unexpected low volume weekend could push price further down. Meanwhile, the increased number of Ethereum addresses this year is a testament to the network's growth. So we'll take a look at Ethereum's charts here in a little bit too as well. Bitcoin trading around $18,019, and as of 2100 the universal time, slipping 2% over the previous 24 hours. Bitcoin's 24-hour range is about 17,000 to 18,000. BTC slightly above its 10-hour moving average, but below the 50-hour on the hourly chart, a sideways signal for market technicians. So interesting stuff. We'll take a look at our 10-hour chart. We do like to look at the 10-hour chart on our channel too as well. So we'll definitely look at that. The price of Bitcoin fell as low as 17,500 Friday, according to CoinDesk 20 data. The price has recovered somewhat, hovering around $18,000 territory, and it was 17,900 as of time press. BTC looks like it lost momentum, said Alicia Franco, co-founder. I do believe this article is about a year old, or not a year old, a day old, and we recently just had a price pump, So Bitcoin's sitting right now at about 19,200. So this I think, came out yesterday when Bitcoin did make that fall, and now it's kind of recovered. A digital asset liquidity provider. If buyers are not stepping in soon, we may see a testing of 6,000. But. We never got that test at 16,000, and the bulls step back in. So very interesting stuff here. Let's take a look at this chart. BTC options. Okay, interesting. So obviously Ethereum active address is uptrend in 2020. ETH 2.0 trading around $548, slipping, and I do believe the ETH also went back up too in price. So let's see where ETH is at just really quick. I'll take a little glance here for you. ETH sitting almost at $600 right now, about $7 under 600. So very interesting stuff. But we'll take a look at ETH too as well, other markets that they mentioned here too. So let's go on into the next article here. This cryptocurrency focused bank could be worth a look. Let's see, what bank are we talking about? Silvergate Capital isn't exactly a household name in banking, but it has emerged as the go-to for the banking needs of a rapidly growing cryptocurrency industry, with a client list that reads like who's who of major cryptocurrency exchanges, hedge funds, and other major industry players. Silvergate could be a major beneficiary in cryptocurrency adoption gains momentum. Two of our banking experts recently decided to take a look at how Silvergate's business work and whether it could be an interesting investment opportunity. In this November 30th full live video clip, fool.com. This is from the Motley Fool, I guess, a nice little news website here. Contributor Matt Frankel, CFP, and industry focus Jason Moser take a deep dive into Silvergate. How does it? Okay. So obviously banks are getting on board. Nothing new here. People are, they're going to be bearish when they first hear about it. And then they're going to be like, okay, there's money to be made in this asset. Why are we not in it? And that's exactly what's going on here, especially with banks. And so, obviously if you're, some of the bigger banks, might be okay. But, if you have a bank that's willing to hold custody, but it's better to just learn how to store your own crypto. And we teach you pretty much how to do that inside of our inside of our course, the path to cryptocurrency course that is available. So welcome to the charts, folks. Here we go. We use the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace. It's a paid for indicator alongside with the TI sequential by Tone Vays and the market guide buy and sell signal. So we're using a few paid for indicators on this channel. If you want to check those out, links in the description box below. I do believe market cipher is still on sale from CryptoFace. CryptoFace has helped provide for the channel, and we're in really good standing with CryptoFace. So be sure to use that link in the description box below if you want to help support the channel, and also pick up his indicator package. So let's see, we're on the daily here. We've gotten our green dot that we were expecting on the daily. So what we probably want to see here is maybe a little bit of zigzag back and forth, and then a skyrocket up to the upside. We're starting to see momentum, or the money flow also kind of maybe make a little bit of a rounding curve here, possibly back to the upside. Let's zoom in on the charts here. Looking at the 12-hour buy signal here with market guide. Nice little skyrocket move to the upside. 21-hour did give us another buy signal there with market guide too as well. And so we're starting to trend back up above our 21 EMA on some of these mid time frames as of right now. Our 10-hour is looking pretty bullish. We had a big green dot down here on our 10-hour, and now we're skyrocketing up. We had a bullish divergence here too as well. And so now we're starting to see price continue further to the upside too as well. We're looking for a push past 20K probably next. That's what I'm going to be waiting for, is probably another push past 20K to skyrocket us out of here. And I think that we'll probably have quite a bit of volume to come through on there too as well. Now, money flow is kind of trending to the downside here on these higher time frames. But if we start to zoom in just a tad bit, we can see that we kind of clipped into the red, and now we're recovering back into the green there on our 8-hour, and our 6-hour recovering back into the green too as well. It does look like we could be getting a little bit of a rejection here, maybe to come back down and retest this trend line, which is right at about 18,500 or so. If we come back down to retest this trend line, then I would imagine we'll find support, and we'll have to see how that wants to finish playing out. So let's take a look. We had a double green dot here. This is also what we like to call in market cipher the double snake eyes. And the snake eyes usually signifies that this could be a temporary bottom for us. So, you know, the fact that we are kind of still moving up here gives definitely Bitcoin a nice trajectory to the upside too as well. And we've had these double snake eyes on some of these mid time frames as of right now, and we continue to shoot back to the upside here. You can see money flow here on our 5-hour chart is ready to move back into that greenish area too as well. And so if we start to zoom out or zoom in even more, what we were looking for was a recovery here with our money flow and starting to head back to the upside here. So you can see that our money flow was kind of thinning out in the red, maybe ready to push back into the greenish area too as well. But definitely a nice bullish move to the upside here. So now we're just looking for obviously getting some resistance right at around that 20K level or 19.5 area. And now we're going to be waiting for maybe some consolidation out to the side here before we get another big move back to the upside. So let's take a look at the 2-hour chart, see what's happening here. 2-hour chart moving back into that greenish territory too. You can see here that as soon as we move back into our green money flow, we had another nice little spike up to the upside. So we probably want to wait to see a little bit of recovery here, have this kind of come down and clip down just a tad bit, and then make another move to continue this uptrend here in Bitcoin. So taking a look at the 90-minute time frame, we also pushed past 2 of our resistance trend lines over here. And so as soon as we pushed past this one, I was like, man, this is gonna go as a, like, the next resistance point is up here where this resistance line's at. And lo and behold, we passed through it, and now we're retesting. We're gonna probably come back up and retest that 20K area. Although we don't really have any trend lines above head as of right now, I do believe that we will still be probably wanting to push further to the upside. It looks like here on our 45-minute time frame, we could be finding support here right at about the $19,000 area or so. As you can see here, even on our 45-minute during this recent uptrend, we've continued to bounce off of our 21 EMA and continue further up. So what we'd probably be wanting to look for here on our 45-minute is probably a little bit of a bounce here, or maybe clip right down below it, wick down below it, and then probably continue moving further to the upside. So you know, things are still looking okay. Money flow here on our 30-minute time frame, it still looks pretty good. 15-minute money flow still looks pretty good. It doesn't look like it's ready to just quite sell off just yet, although I would be keeping a close eye on it. Looking at the 15-minute here, we also have a nice trend line that's forming for us too as well. Support trend line all the way back from where we started our takeoff point. And so, you know, this could be somewhat of a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern to play out here, but I think that if we do break it, we'll probably just come back down and retest this yellow trend line and then maybe make a move back up from there. So we can definitely keep an eye here on the 15-minute time frame to see if we're going to break below this support trend line or continue bouncing from there. If we do bounce, we'll probably find a consolidation triangle here all the way up to the top and then maybe break through this blue trend line here, which is right at around, you know, the 19.5 area, pushing our way up to 20K. So let's take a look at the dominance chart, kind of get a brief little zoom out here on the dominance chart too as well. We've had a nice bounce on our 2-day chart, which is definitely continuing to the upside here for the most part. So we're looking for a retest right at around the 65% area or so with the dominance. And if we continue further up, we got another trend line resistance right at about 68%. I would imagine that if we break through 65, we're definitely looking for probably a retest at about the 68% level. You can see we kind of had a little bit of a fake out here with this trend line resistance and us breaking through it. What we want to see is a clean break, probably double close above it, and then continue further up to that 68% area or so. Money flow looking good here on the 2-day and our 3-day. I do believe that we are getting ready to clip back into that green here on our 3-day chart too with our money flow. Taking a look at our daily, we got our buy signal on the daily with our dominance chart too as well. Money flow still in a consistent uptrend here too. So definitely it's going to be a hard time for alts probably, but I do believe that Bitcoin probably wants to make its self known in the space once again when it passes 20K, and you know, you're going to see a lot of the money move directly into Bitcoin and then possibly later into the altcoins too as well. So let's take a look at the dollar value, and then we'll move over into Ethereum. Taking a look at the dollar index, it looks bearish as heck ever. Yeah, probably going to see another rejection here on the daily. We're probably going to see another red dot come back to the downside. I mean, this is just not looking good at all, folks. You know, so the dollar doesn't look like it wants to recover at all. We're probably going to see a retest back down on one of these trend lines here, which is right about 87 cents or, you know, 88 cents or 87 cents, you know, if we do come back down any lower. But probably going to be putting in lower lows once again, and probably lower highs. So just be ready for that, and be ready for your assets to probably continue to lift off from here on out too as well. So let's move over into Ethereum, and then we're going to probably just finish it off here. So taking a look at ETH on the charts, let's see what we got here. Ethereum looking good on the daily, man. We have that green dot down here too as well. So this is also a nice significant move probably for Ethereum that's ready to take place. Probably get us back up above that $600 area, maybe retest this trend line as resistance, which is right at about $620 or so. So I would definitely look for a move up to $620, and then maybe try to clip up above that. You know, we've been consistently riding this support resistance line, you know, since our previous bull run that we've had here. We've gotten our buy signal on our capitulation too as well. And now we're probably just waiting for Ethereum to maybe find support above this trend line and continue up further. So let's zoom on out here, just see what's happening. Money flow kind of rounding off on Ethereum too as well. Double snake eyes down here on our lower time frames. If we were to take a look at it, I believe our 6-hour was looking good here with our double snake eyes, and it looks like we've found support here with our last trend line run. You know, I think this is pretty much the same thing that we've seen on Bitcoin too as well, holding nice support here on our support lines and then continuing to bounce up higher too as well. Yeah, and then let's take a look at our 2-hour, see if we're recovering in our money flow. 2-hour money flows looks like it's recovering as well, moving into that greenish money flow. Also, you know, pretty bullish for Ethereum for the most part too as well. Probably going to be looking for a push up to $620 or so. That's kind of where our daily chart is looking like it wants to go for us too. If we get a green dot here on our 2-day, that's going to be pretty bullish for us as well too. Holding nice support here on our 21 EMA on our 2-day for the most part. So folks, that's going to do it for today's video. Definitely feel free to join us in our Patreon page if you're interested in staying a little bit more up to date with us, and you want to also learn just a little bit how we join or how we trade this market, what our ins and outs are, some of the altcoins that we're getting into as well. We got a lot of data to back us up on our decisions that we make, especially with some of our altcoin picks and when it comes to Bitcoin, and just knowing that this is the right space to be in, and that if anything, to make sure that you're dollar cost averaging and that you have a hodl stash that you can turn to when needed, or whenever the prices continue to rise up, or that you're going to be hodling for, the next 5 to 10 years out. So you definitely want to make sure that you're positioned in this space. And I give pretty much all that information inside of the Patreon page too as well, that backs up all my decisions that are being made inside of the crypto space. So I need that extra confirmation a lot of the times from other sources, and I make sure to provide those extra confirmations for you inside of our Patreon page too as well. Whether that's an altcoin that I'm getting into, I want to make sure that I have double confirmations from other sources as well too, and that I'm not just making random guesses when a new project is released on the market as well. So if you want to learn a little bit more about my confirmations and what I'm seeing in this market to be the best hedge and decision to better benefit ourselves and our families in the future, then definitely join us on the Patreon page for the most part. So we're going to finish it out there, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends and family. Don't forget, we're doing a giveaway at 3,000 subs. Make sure you're signed up for the newsletter so that way you can be qualified for that $100 giveaway when we reach 3,000 subs. And so with that being said, folks, I will see y'all on the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.